What's up, everybody, and welcome to an episode of the Gianni Peccati career mode in EA UFC 4, and it is time for him to attempt to defend his title for the very first time. Obviously, he had, if you haven't watched it, definitely go check it out. He had a phenomenal fight against Jorge Masvidal where he came out as the UFC Welterweight Champion. Of course, I consider the welterweight division to be either the #1 or definitely top 2 or 3 most prestigious and most difficult divisions in the UFC, so you can expect a very tough opponent for him coming here. We have Rafael Dos Anjos, and let me tell you, it doesn't get much worse in terms of matchups than Rafael Dos Anjos. I mean, this guy, he will put you on the ground and he will punish the fuck out of every mistake you make, and I believe that he's probably going to be a much tougher test than Jorge Masvidal. And Masvidal, obviously, he was a lot better in that championship fight than he was in the previous 2 bouts between the two men, but you know, at the end of the day, he's still a striker who can wrestle, whereas Dos Anjos, he is very much a grappler who will beat the fuck out of you pretty much everywhere. So, going to be a tough fight. Plenty of respect has been shown. I don't remember if they've already fought before. He might have already beaten Gianni Peccati. I can't remember. It was Damian Maia. It was... I'm having a hard time remembering who beat Gianni Peccati. Anyway, the 3 losses he may have... One of those may have been Dos Anjos. I'm not 100% sure, but it could have been. It was definitely Leon Edwards, then Damian Maia, and I can't remember who the third one is. Maybe Dos Anjos. Anyway, first minute of the fight, and Dos Anjos takes it to the ground. It's going to be very important right here for Gianni Peccati to keep his calm and not really do that. Essentially, don't do that, which is try to force transitions and allow Dos Anjos to stop them and drain Johnny's stamina. That's the worst thing he could possibly do. The important thing realistically is for the first few rounds to just try to conserve stamina and do damage efficiently. Don't waste any energy whatsoever. And obviously this is a terrible place to be. Rafael Dos Anjos on top of you in full mount. That is not where you want to be at all. So Johnny really does have to, but still, just has to be calm. Tries to get up and he succeeds in doing so. Now is an opportunity to do some damage. That is the opposite of what he needs to do, as well as throwing leg kicks, because leg kicks in this game are just disgustingly atrocious. I don't know why, but because like last year in the last game, they were actually surprisingly efficient. At least at the very beginning of the game. Then they patched a little bit and they got significantly weaker. But you know, they were still a viable option in terms of finishing a fight, or at least of incapacitating. Not really, you know, finishing it necessarily, because that would take forever, but you could definitely do a lot of damage to the legs if you were able to time it right and all that stuff. But in this game, I do not see that being the case. I mean, you can hurt people to the legs, but it's far less realistic, I think, from that point of view. Obviously, there's zero realism in this game, but that's one thing that I definitely notice. So Johnny just really needs to focus on his punching, not allow Dos Anjos to take him to the ground, and most importantly, conserve his stamina. Like, that's definitely not what you want to do, get hit by an overhand. Throwing spinning elbows, I mean, it's flashy, but probably not the most intelligent way. Oh my god. Spun and got caught by a head kick, and that was brutal. But, oh, Dos Anjos gets caught by one from Gianni Peccati, who has him against the fence and is looking for the finish. Every single, like, three-punch combo just drains half of Johnny's stamina, which is kind of annoying. Oh, and Johnny falls to the ground. I don't think that's a knockdown. I think that's just kind of a trip, with the game's animations being horrendous. And Johnny, see, that could have been a leg kick that should have hurt him pretty badly, because he was moving into it, but it didn't really do anything to him, which is extremely frustrating. As Johnny gets taken to the ground, there you go. He's gonna finish the first round in Dos Anjos' guard. Goes to half guard, and that's the end of the round. I would, like, honestly, both men were rocked. But I do believe that, yeah, because it was a knockdown apiece, or at least a rock apiece, I would probably stun apiece. I would probably say that's Dos Anjos' round. I mean, overall, he dominated most of it, and, you know, apart from one punch, or no, I think it was a head kick, actually. Johnny didn't really do too much that was impressive. So definitely a round in favor of Dos Anjos. So Johnny needs to start winning rounds. He needs to be very intelligent here. I mean, either that or just, you know, get a knockout. But that's easier said than done, obviously. Head kick is there. It didn't really do too much damage, but it's good for Johnny to be keeping a nice range. There you go. Dos Anjos is hurt, but he can't go and blow out all of his energy. That would be a huge mistake. Body kick, that was a nice one. And he gets caught to the body. Oh my goodness. Dos Anjos could potentially go in for the kill here. But he's in... Oh, he rocks him to the head. The champion is in deep shit right now. He is knee deep in shit creek. As Dos Anjos is looking incredible in this title fight. Looking like the Dos Anjos of old. The one who won the title over Showtime Pettis. Oh my goodness, but Gianni Peccati has no quit in him. He's looking for the finish. But Dos Anjos is surviving somehow. The referee refuses to stop the fight. And Gianni Peccati is on his back right now. Looking, let's see if he does the intelligent thing of just kind of stalling and making Dos Anjos waste some energy in side control. This is a decent position to be in. And full guard. Okay, this is kind of where you want to be, just kind of drain him out. There you go. That's a good move there from Gianni. Now can start raining down with punches, looking for the finish. Intelligently, I would say, going to the body, trying to tire him out a little bit by that too. But can't waste too much energy with the ground and pound unless he's confident he's going to be doing a lot of damage. Good job there stopping the transition. That is vital for Gianni as he goes in for the kill once again. Going to the body, going to the head, looking for the kill, but also knowing that the stamina difference is already massive. I mean, just look at that. Gianni's already at almost halfway through his bar. Dos Anjos still, I would say, probably less than a quarter of his bar has been used. So Gianni, oh, and Dos Anjos is looking for the submission. Luckily, the submission mechanics in this game are atrocious, and the AI, at least I've never seen the AI manage to submit anybody. Even Damian Maia was completely unsuccessful against Gianni. So I seriously doubt Dos Anjos will be able to. And there you go, Johnny's out. He's in. Goes to half guard. Go. Oh, he almost got the top mount. But right now it's important to just kind of keep his stamina. Oh, and Dos Anjos takes his back. He's going straight up back door the Explorer style. I think he's saying back. Oh, that was more like Russian. Okay, I apologize, Dos Anjos. And he gets full mount. He gets full mount. Gianni needs to just stall right now. Waste no energy and try to take as little damage as possible because Dos Anjos is a monster on top. Oh, that was a waste of energy right there. That was stupid. I know desperation kicks in, but you're just putting yourself in a worse position when you try to force things. Gianni just surviving. Yeah, that's pretty much all he can do. Like, there's only 20 seconds left, more or less. So there's really no point in doing anything stupid. If you're just sitting here, you're not really taking any damage. You're not losing any stamina. This is obviously a lot worse. That's much worse. But the round ends like that. That's definitely another round in the books for Dos Anjos. I could be wrong about that, obviously, because obviously in real life the judging is pretty shit. The game, a lot of times the judging seems pretty shit. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. But I mean, the highlights so far have been Gianni. So I don't know if that's a clear indicator, but it could be as I yawn, as if this fight wasn't good enough, right? Yeah, the highlights are all Gianni. So I mean, maybe, yeah, I guess you're right. I guess that could be a round in favor of Gianni, but if I'm mistaken, he got rocked too. So I don't know. Good work on the ground, apparently. Yeah, I guess fair enough. The game believes that it's 1-1, so let's go ahead and consider it 1-1. I think you could pretty much argue it for either fighter, to be honest with you. It's one of those. Oh, that counter from Dos Anjos was phenomenal. Beautiful shot there from Dos Anjos. And right now, Gianni is in trouble because he has a permanent detraction of his chin. Oh my goodness. Here goes Dos Anjos looking for the kill. Gianni really just like desperate to try to survive right now. Great start to the round for Dos Anjos. And Gianni goes and he's able to get back up. That's important. But right now, taking damage is a big issue for Gianni. As Dos Anjos, to be fair, doesn't have too much health left in his head, but he gets a nice takedown. And the animation, as always, is trash. Alright. Gianni Peccati really is just taking a beating right now. He tried to go to backside, which is not the smart move to go with. It's just so stupid. Like, I know it's me playing the damn game, but it pisses me off when I watch myself make these dumbass mistakes. It's so frustrating because I know I'm making mistakes and I'm doing stupid shit, but I just continue to do it. It's so annoying. As Dos Anjos goes into crucifix, he might go in for a Kimura. Not quite sure if he's going to. He goes to side saddle, which is a shit position to be in for Gianni. And he's back into side control, which is a little bit better, even though in the game it's a lot more cheese, to be honest. And Gianni in full gear. Sorry for the yawn, guys. There's just really nothing I can do. Every time I record, I'm full of energy right now, and I just can't resist yawning. There's nothing. I don't know. It's whenever I record, it's a nightmare for me. I just kind of get sleepy out of nowhere, even though I'm full of energy. As Gianni, unfortunately, is not full of energy. Has half of his bar left, and we are still midway through the 3rd round, so we're not even in the championship rounds yet. So this isn't good. And look at Dos Anjos, man, going to the body, trying to do even more damage to an already very low stamina. And Gianni just continues to get himself countered in the transitions and continues to drain the stamina whilst accomplishing absolutely nothing. And Dos Anjos is fighting his fight. This is exactly what he wanted. I mean, he can sit there and brawl with you pretty much anytime you want. But if he's on top of you, tiring you out, that's 100% where he wants to be. And yeah, this is not where Gianni wants to be at all. Taking a beating pretty much in all positions at this point on the feet. He gets caught constantly on the ground. He's just really not, in this round in particular, hasn't really had anything to do that's really, you know, he hasn't done much of anything that's really put any pressure on Dos Anjos, and that's a problem. You know, when you're on the ground, you want to be trying to at least try things out and do things to, you know, make the person that's on top of you a little bit uncomfortable. You know, give him a boner, tap, you know, check the oil, do whatever you got to do. Of course, that's illegal, but you know, at this point, Gianni just needs to try to do whatever he can. And I would definitely say this is at least 2-1 for Dos Anjos. I think you could definitely argue that it's 3-0. So yeah, this is a tough fight here, right here from Gianni Peccati. Like I told you guys, this is the kind of matchup that's just absolutely nightmarish for me in particular, and for Gianni Peccati as a character, because I mean, like, obviously he's a smasher, so he's good on being on top, but being on the bottom is a very different thing. You know, that's where your jiu-jitsu comes into play, and your defensive wrestling. And quite frankly, Gianni has not shown in his career at all that he is capable of being intelligent and efficient when it comes to defensive wrestling or defensive grappling in general. He opens up with a side kick to the body, which I guess is intelligent enough. Oh my god, but now he's rocked out of nowhere. Essentially everything that... Oh! But Dos Anjos gets caught by a head kick with low stamina, and Gianni Peccati is going in for the kill in full guard. Oh, there it is! Gianni Peccati defends the UFC Welterweight Championship for the first time in his career. After a devastating fight there from Rafael Dos Anjos. Dos Anjos pretty much drained his stamina completely, and Gianni Peccati exposed that defensive hole right there, much like his cousin would do. I mean, just look at that, man. Like, in the ground and pound was devastating. He didn't even have to go into full guard, into full mount or anything. He just kind of sat there in his guard and just punched the shit out of that guard. Like, look at him. He's even blocking the punches. What is this, Johnny Ngannou or something? I mean, goodness gracious, my God, man. He just beat the fuck out of him. And there you go. That's Gianni Peccati's first title defense. What a fight, too. I mean, he might go out there and say it was a culmination of a beatdown, but I do believe that we all know that the only person getting beaten down in this fight prior to that was Gianni Peccati himself. But that's not what counts, man. What counts is who has the belt come the end of the day, and that is Gianni Peccati, who makes 820,000 credits. A huge payday for Gianni in just his second title fight. So that's yeah, that's a big deal right there. Hopefully he can carry on with this momentum. And like, realistically, if you think about it, in this division, the biggest threats are Rafael Dos Anjos himself, Usman, and realistically Covington. So, and I guess K1 Maya, I don't know where, but I mean, like, those are all tough matchups. But I mean, if he can knock him out, that's pretty much his only chance against those guys. And so far, so good, man. Look at that. His first title defense. That means his first little stone right there, his first ruby, which is obviously good to see. Hopefully he can cover the belt in gems. That would be a beautiful sight for us to see. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that beautiful fight. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and let me know in the comment section down below what you thought of that war. Who'd you have going? Who'd you have winning going into the round? I think it was the 4th round where Gianni got the finish. Let me know all that in the comment section down below, and I will see you guys in the next episode or the next video in general. Hopefully, okay, I blew it.